Just know that it's going to be a little echoey because I don't have any furniture in my room to absorb the sound, so mistakes might be made.
We'll just tell everybody that you're recording from your bathroom.
This is episode 21, right?
Yes, this is episode 21. And remember, guys,
21?
Jose is not here, so we gotta flame him up too, bro.
Alright.
21.
Hello and welcome to episode 21 of The Dude Show. On today's episode, I'm coming to you live from my restroom. That might explain why there's an echo. Just kidding, my room is completely empty and I just got to Texas yesterday. And to get this get it out of the way right away, Jose will not be joining us because do you guys remember when he ordered that ghetto Spider-Man to the party the other day? Turns out he is having babies with him. Mistakes were made. But anyways, how the fuck you guys been? What's up, Juan? What's up, Brandon? Brandon's back, actually. He's recovered fully from his ass surgery. So let's see what he's been up to.
All of those are lies. I don't consent to none of those speaking for me. So, but I'm doing good. Trying to stabilize myself over here in El Paso, Texas. And I actually just got my retirement ID card yesterday, so it's pretty happy about that.
Oh,
7, almost 8 long years.
Let's go, bro. That's exciting. I'm glad to hear it. Dang, man. But how was your drive? How was your drive to Texas, Brandon?
That shit was long as hell. I actually got stopped by the cops like a state before getting to El Paso.
Bullshit.
New Mexico, I got stopped.
Why?
Yeah, I was hauling ass though. I was hauling ass. I was driving like around 100 miles per hour. But like I was just chilling. I was cruising. But at the same time, I was fed up with the drive, so I just wanted to get home. But the guy, I kind of did like this slipperoo, kind of like did a little thing where I accidentally pulled out my military ID card, and I was like, "Oh, my bad, sir. Let me give you my actual ID."
God damn it.
Bro,
And the
you
guy-
did that military flex on him, bro. That military flex.
But I mean, it worked. He gave me a verbal warning. That's actually the second time I got stopped, and that's actually the second time I actually did that, and it worked. So
what you're saying
but I
is,
mean, that was
if you want to get away from the police, go to the military and you waste 4 years of your life, so then that way you can flash that card whenever you want to get a ticket. Badass.
kinda doesn't work for everybody, but I guess he allowed it for the time being because of the fact that I told him that I got out the military, the fact that I told him that I was driving home and that my parents, in quotation mark, didn't know I was coming home. So he was just like, okay, well, just be safe. I'm just going to give you a verbal warning. I'm like, okay, sir, thank you. Burst, peeled out.
God damn it. That's tight.
Back to
bro.
100.
Did I just pull you over, you fucking baiter?
Oh my god.
I'm glad to hear you had a good drive. Like you, my drive was equally long, and it wasn't terrible, but it was just long as fuck. I had to drive a 26-foot Penske truck from California to Texas, and it was a drive, to say the least.
Dang.
I've done the same thing.
Oh, you know what? I called
Yeah.
Matt when I got into Phoenix, when I got to Arizona. I passed the state line. I was like, hey, motherfucker, I'm over here in Arizona. Where you at? Let me come through.
Yeah.
And he was like, bullshit, where you at? I was like, oh, I'm just fucking around. I just got in Arizona. But apparently he told me a story that you guys helped his dad move into Phoenix when he originally went out there.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, that's cool, bro. I didn't know that, Juan. And I think he said it was like Juan, the helicopter,
It was me and
and
Brian.
like Brian.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, they all helped me and this and that. And then we just got all fucked up and drunk after.
We were paid in beer.
God damn it.
Beer.
I was like, that's cool, bro. So it was an experience. Would I want to do it again? If I ever did, no, I wouldn't want to do it again. Sorry, I didn't answer that correctly. No, I would not want to do that again. But if I ever got the chance to drive cross country, it would probably be at like my pace, which would maybe be like an 8-hour day, and then the rest of the time would be chilling or whatever, figuring some shit out. because man, it took us 3 days. That first day, we left the house around 6:30, and then my stepdad, he ran over a shovel, popped his tire just outside of Beaumont. So then we had to wait 2 hours for the Penske people to come and fix that. And then by the time that we ended our first day of driving, we ended up in New Mexico. But it was like 2 a.m. We found some shady ass like fucking hotel. The room I stayed in, like it looked like there was an altercation in there. The bolt, like the deadbolt was all fucked up. The door itself was fucked up. Like
there was a bunch of blood on the floors.
It might as well have been, bro. It was ghetto in there.
God. Yeah.
So it was an experience. But I'm just.
The room wasn't haunted.
If it was, bro, I was too tired to care.
Fuck off, ghosts! I'm going to sleep.
Yeah, bro. I was over it, bro. And by 2 a.m, driving all fucking day, I was done, dude. I just wanted to sleep. So it wasn't too bad. And then the following day, we only did maybe like 7 or 8 hours, and then we called it. In Texas, at Fort Stockton. We stayed at La Quinta. That was nice, dude. I got it. So every time I've stayed somewhere, I've gotten my room upgraded for free. At that shady hotel, I got my room upgraded to a suite for free because they didn't have any more regular rooms. And then in La Quinta, same thing happened where they didn't have any more rooms, and I got my room upgraded to suite for free. So I was like, badass. So it's been cool. And then yesterday we showed up, and I don't really have too much in my room right now, but once we get it going, it'll be good. The only thing is, dude, it's so fucking humid out here, bro. Like,
oh my god,
big,
yeah,
stupid.
That was
humid.
my question. Like, how are you guys adjusting to that heat out there?
The heat's not bad, bro. It's the humidity. Like, it opens up my pores, and I just start dripping water, bro. Like, my shirt's soaked, bro. If I do anything out there for longer than 10, 15 minutes, that's it. Honestly, like, you gotta take a shower after, because that's how bad it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what city did Matt live, or where does he live again? What's the city? Because when I think I passed by there, I actually went through and put gas there.
I think if I remember right, it was Buckeye.
Laughlin?
I think I did.
I think Rigo lives in Buckeye.
Oh shit!
Or Brian lived in Buckeye. I don't know. I know that Matt lives by the lake, the river. That's what. That's the only thing. And he said something about Laughlin the last time, so I'm assuming
he's like
it's 20.
He's like 20 minutes away from there, if I remember right.
Yeah. So I did pass by there, and I was like, "What the fuck is this? Where he lives? Little ass town."
God damn it!
But I mean, hey, it's fine. It's fine.
That's not bad,
Just living
right?
it up.
So what do you? So like, what do you think though? How do you like being How do you like being in Texas? Now? Yeah.
It feels a lot more comfortable. I don't know. It's. I know it's a temporary spot, but at the same time, it's not bad. I mean, if I want to go do something, it's a drive away. Kind of like Washington. Over there, you had to freaking drive an hour, almost 2 to 3 hours far to get somewhere, and it's kind of like the same here. If I want to go camping and stuff like that, I just have to drive up roughly 3 hours up to Las Cruces. If I want to go do some off-roading stuff, which I won't do now because I don't have my truck, because I traded it in for a better car.
Yeah.
But what's it called? But yeah, it's not bad. Like, the people are obviously way better. I'm not saying that Washington people are bad, but it's just like, I guess I want to say it's the sun. Honestly, I want to say it's the sun because the people here are more cheery. Like, they go out a little bit more, even though there's a pandemic. But like over there, they're very like indoorsy, very reserved. I mean, they have good attitudes. Huh?
I thought the pandemic was over.
In Texas,
in Vegas is.
In Texas is, bro.
In Texas too.
It never existed in Texas.
Nope, I don't know. I just went to the store this morning, so I can attest to that. But I'll let Brandon tell a story, and then I'll tell you mine about going to the local grocery store.
Yeah, like, well, mine's not that long, but like Vegas, Vegas was very surprising, and it was hard to get used to. You know what I mean? I would still use my mask for everything, even though I'm vaccinated. But here, it's basically the same. But now I'm trying to get used to like use it less and less at the same time. Not too much, but it's just you see signs everywhere saying like if you're vaccinated, you don't have to wear your mask, but it's still recommended. And I'm just like, well, how are you gonna know if people are vaccinated or not? First of all, like that's what I don't fucking understand. But anyways, that's my story. I mean, yeah, one. Can you believe that, man? Like fucking no mask and stuff like that. You know, but regardless, though, like here in Mexico, it's roughly the same, but not there yet, not quite there yet. You know, because not a lot of people are vaccinated yet.
All right. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. I got a phone call. I should have muted my phone before this. But you know what? So I went to the store, and I'll tell you what, guys. I am complete heathen now. Complete heathen.
Yes. I love it, Richie. Let me know.
As soon as we got into Texas, masks were no longer a thing. Everywhere I went, everywhere we were stopped at, everywhere we did anything at, no one was rocking a mask. And today, like I said, I went to the grocery store to go pick up some things. I got like some cat food for my cat. I got a shower curtain, just like some random knickknacks and shit. And we went to this store called H-E-B. Heeb or some shit. Heeb? I don't fucking know. Something like that.
Heebs?
Yo. You want to know how many people I saw rocking a mask?
0.
4. 4 people rocking a mask. Yo, and the size of this grocery store is like the size of a super Walmart. Or no,
damn.
Yeah, and that's what I would compare it to. It's like a smaller super Walmart. And it was cool, man. I really liked it. They had a great coffee section. They had like a barbecue area. They had all this like different stuff. Fire, top flight. But yeah, man, it's different. Like Brandon said, people are nicer. My neighbors, if they drive by us, they're waving hi. This is like new to me. I'm like, why the fuck you waving at me? You know what I mean? Like that's not something I'm used to. In California, you stay in your lane, like you don't ever.
Yeah, exactly. Don't talk to me.
Yeah. So I'm like, I don't know, man. Like it's tripping me out. Because even when we were like looking for parking, someone like people were waving hi at us as we were driving by, and I'm like, fuck. Like, oh, I don't know. It's just
the lizard people, bro.
It's just the experience is different for me. It's just like I lived in Oklahoma for a little bit, and I guess I never paid attention to it. But out here, it's very pronounced. It's something that I took notice of right away. Our neighbors were like walking and stuff, or getting the mail or something. Everyone that walked by us as we were like unloading some stuff off the truck. Hey, how you doing? Where you from? This and that, blah, blah, blah. And they just want to tell you their life story and how they got here. And, oh, we live over here. Oh, and like we have neighbors who do this and that. And this neighbor might want to throw a block party and come through over here and get some cookies. And I'm like...
Sounds like a fucking movie, dude.
Yeah, I know.
I'm serious, bro.
Fucking roll up to the perfect neighborhood and shit, or what?
I guess, bro. I mean, I'm like off put by this, right? Because I'm like, I feel uneasy because I've never had this level of kindness where people are like, "Oh, just come down and we'll eat," and I'm like, "What's the catch?"
Yeah.
Like, you want me to come work on your garage?
How are you gonna scam me?
Like, what are you trying to get at?
Who put you up to this?
Yeah, so it's kind of different, but I don't know. The people that I've spoken to about this area, like Texas, they say that the people are kinder and they're nicer and they take the time to get to know you. And so far, that seems to be true. But who knows? This is only day 2 of my living in Texas, and I can't speak off of just 2 days of experience. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I've been here 2 weeks roughly. I want to say, Texas people are a little special. It's a little special thing in my heart for them. I did graduate high school here. I did do some college and also worked here before the military. But now that I'm back and I'm dealing with all these official government buildings, man, they just know how to pull my strings real quick now. I mean, I think it's because of my military background that, you know, I guess I'm expecting to go to one federal office or state office where they're supposed to know their job and get shit done, or at least tell me what I'm supposed to do one time, like in the first go. But then I go to this office and they just tell me, oh, you just need this, this, and this. And then I go to another one. It's, oh, no, you can't do that. You got to go back to your get your registration before you get your ID. I was like, how does that work? Like, I need my ID before I even, for anything, basically. Yeah. But regardless, though, you know, I ended up going to like 10 different fucking locations before they sent me to the actual place. And then that actual place gave me some more stuff that I needed. So, yeah. But that's my first experience with Texans. I don't know. I mean, so far they're nice and kind and all that stuff. I mean, I see a lot of beaners over here too.
God damn it! So you feel right at home.
Beaners over here. I go to the mall and then I just hear everybody talking Spanish. I was like, am I in Juarez or where am I at? But and then I even went to the base. You know, when I was in the base, I went to the little shopping place for the base, and same thing. I walk in, Spanish. Yeah. I was like, wait, what the? I'm in the base. But that's all right though. I like that in a way. It was the same thing when I went to California. It's just a culture thing, I guess. And it feels, like you said, it feels right at home.
Dude, like the other day at work, I actually got just randomly someone offered me a job while I was working.
Badass, bro.
Yeah, it was in realty, so we're gonna see how that goes. I might get scammed, or like we were just talking about. There's always scamming afoot, so.
That's so sad.
We're gonna go meet up on Monday and see if this is something that might be a real business opportunity, or you know they're just trying to shake you down for some extra info. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So how did this come up to be? You were just like standing in your spot, and then the lady was like, "I like your face."
Yeah, so, I don't know, something about it, and she was like, "You know what you're doing. Here's a job."
Like, I wonder what were these qualifications that you met. She's like, yeah, this guy.
He's loud.
This guy.
He looks kind of.
Apparently, he's a Greek god. God damn it! But you know what, dudes? That's cool. I hope that works out. That's actually like what I want to get into out here. I want to save up my cash and then get into the the land business,
real estate.
Yeah, it's a real good way to make money. It's a real like fast way to turn over money. It's a good investment. You know what I mean? Like your money's gonna, whatever you invest is gonna gain if you play the game right. So it's something that I really want to do. And my dad, I was talking to him yesterday about it. He's really interested into it too. And he was like, yo, I know you're going to move to Oklahoma, you know, so why don't you save up your money? And then like, he was telling me about these trailer parks that I guess had just opened up not too far from where he lives. And he pitched me an idea of like, well, we can buy a trailer and then I'll buy the trailer. You just pay for the spot. And then, you know, once you're ready to move out, we'll sell the trailer. We'll figure something out. Now, at first glance, moving in a trailer is not what I like. That's not ideally my living situation, right? As a trailer. But when you think about it, if you're going to be paying rent at an apartment, wouldn't it be better to just pay for like your land, the little area for the trailer? Because if you buy the trailer like right out, which it would cost the same amount as a 10% down investment for a house, right? So a trailer costs like 20 grand, and then the plot of land costs whatever to be inside the park. So I mean, if I'm only paying $300-400 for the land, the rest of that money is going into my pocket, and then when I'm getting ready to leave, all I gotta do is turn around and sell that trailer, and then that's 20 grand or more if the property gains value back into my pocket. And like at first, I didn't want to go for it, and I'm still kind of hesitant because I don't know. I associate, like, maybe this is bad of me, you know, but I associate like living in a trailer as like kind of trashy. But you know, if it's an investment opportunity, if it's a way to kind of like get yourself stabilized and start building something, I think I gotta like put myself in the right mental state so that way I'm not like looking down on it. You know what I mean? Like, think of it as a stepping stone versus a permanent reality. That's just what you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
No, yeah, definitely, and that's something that I'm looking into too. Not completely, but it's just I actually found this out from one of my dad's friends that also lives in El Paso or in the States, and then just got his double nationality. And what?
I think Juan's muted. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
okay.
I was gonna warn Richie about getting one of those trailer honeys, because then
damn it.
yeah, you know, you're gonna be out there with the little inflatable pool and like 4 or 5 kids. Richie's gonna be out there with a black eye.
Oh, fuck. You're a trailer park boy? Fuck. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, it's what you make of it, I guess. You know, you can think of it in a bad way, but the reality is, if it's my own spot, if it can make money in the end, you know, just suck it up. It's for a little bit.
Yeah. Hey, Richie, you know what you could also do is you could try to buy the plot of land next to the trailer park and have your own trailer park.
God
you
damn
could charge
it.
the rent.
Yeah,
no, you could charge the rent, bro, and it would just be money that you'd be making off the land.
Yeah,
and you could also put your trailer there, and no one could tell you shit.
That's true. That's very true. But I'm sure that there's some legals. All right. So before I get too into this, does anyone want to start, like, to finish their thought? Because I was talking to my dad about like money making things, and I think that's going to be today's episode. So does anyone want to finish their thought before I start bringing up entrepreneur?
Go ahead, bro.
All right. So yesterday I was talking to my dad about this, and I've been talking to him about like making money, because let's face it, guys, no one wants to work for a corporation if they don't have to. Everyone would rather work from their couch or a coffee shop for like 3-4 hours, call it a day, and go home and go about their business. So we ended up talking about becoming weed men, should I say?
Mm.
And he was really into this idea. Maybe 3-4 years ago, he was talking with my cousin about becoming a weed man and selling, weed. But what he wants to do, man, this is like $1 million idea. I probably shouldn't say it. But
bro, then don't say it, bro. Don't say it, bro. Then everyone's gonna be a millionaire. All of our listeners are gonna be millionaires.
You know what? If you listen to the podcast, you deserve to be a millionaire. So I'm gonna say it.
You're a millionaire in our eyes.
God damn it. So he was telling me, he's like, what we were doing is we were trying to figure out like our supply, and we're trying to figure out like what kind of weed we're gonna get. And I told him straight up, I was like, Dad, there's a few things you need to know about weed. One, there's only 2 things you need to know about weed if you're gonna become a weed man with a legit storefront selling legal, like the medical, recreate, whatever the proper term for it is. It's like, 1, your shit either has got to be the best, the shit out there, or it's got to be the most convenient, okay shit. It can't be. It's one or the other. It can be both. And if it's both, then you charge a premium on top of everything. But it can't be the best shit and the most convenient shit. Or no. I'm tripping over myself. It can't be like anything less than that. Because if it's not convenient and the weed is shit, then it's trash. If your weed's okay and it's not convenient, well, man, fuck that. I'll take the extra 5 minutes down the street. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because it's a hot market right now, and people are doing it a lot, bro. Like, you guys want to know how much you're selling a gram for in Oklahoma? You guys understand? You know how much a gram of weed is, guys? It's maybe about an amount of weed that would fit in the size of your palm. The center of your palm is about a gram of weed, right? Do we agree on that?
Okay.
Yeah. No, is that right? Is that the right measurement?
It sounds all right.
Roughly. Yeah.
All right. How much do you buy a gram of weed for in California? From anywhere, from the weed man or the shop.
$15 to $20.
Yeah. Brandon.
Well, that's just if it's whatever
know.
stuff. If it's higher quality, of course, you're gonna pay a lot more.
Right. Because I'm familiar with this, I know that weed stores have top shelf, mid shelf, and then with like they call it bottom, but I call it the snickle fritz, like the trash. So like a gram of top shelf is probably
That's
like
a good name actually.
I got it from.
You should put like little labels on your shelves like that.
Well, I got that from Pineapple Express. So as long as there's no like copyright things, then I'm down. But so like top shelf usually sells for between like $40 and $50 depending on how good the shed is and the type of strain, right?
For a gram?
For a gram. Can we agree on that?
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah, for a gram. All right. And then for like middle of the road stuff, like between $20 and $30. Anything lower than that, no one fucking cares because you're just feeding for weed. So you get whatever. So he was telling me, all right, this was just confirmed to me yesterday, that people in Oklahoma are buying grams of weed, ready, for $100. $100 for a gram of weed. Guys, I don't know how to like explain this to you where it blows your fucking mind. But you're buying weed, a bag of weed that barely fits in the center of your palm, for $100. And you know what's the kicker? You know what's the kicker, bro? These shops are selling out every other day. Every other day, wow, they have to put up a sign that says we're closed, out of stock.
And this is like, it's not even premium weed, right?
No, it's not even the shit that's grown in California. It's the whatever shit that comes from fucking wherever. I don't know. Texas?
But
Mexico? I don't fucking know.
So where are you going to get your
supply?
Yeah, because like you're going to need to have some connections to get good stuff.
Well,
especially out there.
That's the thing. Is that my cousin, he's connected to a grower. So he was trying to get some shit going, but there were some issues between the grower and the people he was trying to work with and this and that. And apparently, like, one of the big issues is that people like to start selling on the black market. So they like to go off the books because it's so easy, you know? And once you start doing that, and that's when you start getting the wrong attention. I mean, selling weed, period, brings the wrong attention. But double dipping and selling weed illegally, that's all bad, you know? So that's like my plan. That's what I'm thinking is going to be a good investment. Because if we can get good weed, because my idea is we don't need a whole ass plant. We just need seeds from some fire ass shit. We bring the seeds. Because I don't know if that's even considered trafficking. I don't know. This is purely theoretical, okay? Because I don't know. My dad was telling me that if you bring plants over if you bring plants over the state line, that's trafficking. Automatically that you're fucked up. You're gonna get fucked up. So, like I said, he's been looking into this. He's been researching it, and he was like, "Yo, like I would love to do this." And I told him, I was like, "Dude, I could sell weed all day." And what he wants to do, I mean, seriously, like selling weed so easy. Yeah. Hey, what do you want? And have it in like pre-measured vials and stuff. Like you don't even gotta fuck with it. You know what I mean? Like, yo, either you take it or leave it. Especially when you're selling weed for like $100 a gram. Are you fucking kidding me right now, bro? Like, these people are fiending for some good shit. So again,
so is it legal over there? I know you said they have vendors, but
it's legal on the state side. It's not recognized at the federal level. So if the
not yet.
So if that's up to Congress to decide. Because the states have been like, yo, we're gonna tax the shit out of that weed. We're gonna make money, mad money off of weed. And every state that's done it is making mad money off of weed. Colorado is probably one of the best places, well, like the best examples, because they sling weed like it's going out of stock, bro. Like they're just moving weed, bro. Like moving weed, bro. And bro, the amount of money that if you go on right now and you go to Google and you type it in, the amount of money they've made from taxing weed alone, bro, it could pay for like the homeless pandemic in California. It could pay for a lot of stuff, dude. Like, I'm not exaggerating to you when I tell you that, like, weed is a fire-ass market to get into. So we've been thinking about that, or he was telling me about that, and I'm kind of excited about it. That's something I'd like to do because, like I said, from there, once you get a good, like, the weed will sell itself, but then if you make an experience on top of that, then that'll make people want to come back to you, right? Because the weed will sell, whether if it's good or bad, it's going to sell, right? And if it's good, people will come back. But if it's good with a good customer service and your storefront is like fire, meaning like it has, like, so my dad, what he was doing, he's like, well, I want to market to like young adult hipsters, you know what I mean? So then that way they feel comfortable, the atmosphere is cool, it makes them feel fancy, you know what I mean? And that'll make the people come back because they like the atmosphere, because they love the weed. They'll want to go to these specific stands. So I'm like, that's not a bad idea. You know what I mean? It's not a bad idea at all.
Yeah.
The issue is just finding, like, the weed itself and getting the weed grown. Give me 1 second.
Yep. That networking stuff. Because that's like the biggest cornerstone of all this. Because where are you gonna move so and so? Where are you gonna be at? You know.
Yeah.
And also your own branding, especially if you're gonna put a lot of time and energy into the spot. Like I mean, said.
At the end of the day, that's easy to do in a way. Yeah, it's time consuming and stuff like that. But as long as you have the base of the idea, you already know you're gonna make money off of it. Then what's stopping you from actually starting the thing? I'm not saying that position for you, Richie, but I mean just in general for a lot of people. It's just that, for instance, for me, my video stuff, like why aren't I doing all this stuff or whatever? I don't know. For me personally, I'm just doing my thing. You know, I'm not really looking into making a big production or anything like that at the moment. So, but I mean, at the same time, that's actually very, very interesting. I didn't know a lot of stuff. I first of all, I don't know a lot about weed.
Me neither.
The last time I actually did it was like when you guys knew about it, and it was Vegas was the last time, but like even before then, it was before I even joined the military. So it's just, even then I was fairly new.
Yeah.
But I actually want to know if there's any vendors over here in Texas. I don't know how they're doing things over here, so
me neither.
I'm gonna have to wait until I get my job.
There are
do my piss test and then go from there.
I'll tell you what. I'll get onto this topic a little bit later. And I wish I had my pen and paper to write it down, but there are dispensaries here in Texas. I seen them on the way in because we drove through Houston and I saw a few in Houston. I don't know. I'm sure if they're in Houston, they're in other cities. But yeah. It wouldn't be a bad idea. And look, I don't even give a shit about weed. Like, weed's cool, and I still smoke it from time to time. It's not something that's like possesses my life or something that I feel that I need to do. But the reality is that weed's a big market. It's a lucrative market, and people are making mad money off of it. And I've smoked some shitty ass weed from like dispensaries, bro, and they sold it for a lot of money. So my thing is, like, if you can do something that's not relatively hard and make some decent income to live comfortably, like, why not? Why not take advantage of that? It's just putting yourself into that mindset to succeed and to grow and to do something. I would say that's probably the hardest part, because you gotta be a little bit patient and you gotta be disciplined and you gotta be willing to like put in the extra work. You know what I mean? And honestly,
like,
go ahead, bros. Go ahead.
Like in entrepreneurship, you think you're gonna be working a lot less, but in reality, you're gonna be working a lot more.
Yeah,
because all this stuff is now it's gonna fall on your back, and you don't have like no higher ups or no one else to go to except your own tenacity, your own fire to go after things.
Definitely. And what I think's cool about this dynamic is that my dad went to school for business, and he's really good with numbers, and he's like, well, I'll do it. He's like, I'll crunch the numbers, I'll be the CFO. And where my strengths lie is in, I would say, marketing and branding. I would like to say that I have an eye for making things look nice and creating a brand. You know what I mean? Maybe the Dude Be a Show doesn't look as nice, but that's
yeah,
because
I was about to bring that up right now, Richie.
But that's because
I'm not gonna let you get away with that.
No. But I'm gonna tell you why. It's because we haven't put any money into it, and by that I mean we haven't done anything for our branding outside of our logo, and even our logo was made off of Instagram's like fucking little picture thing. Shout out to
the Pixar.
Yeah. So I mean, like, but for my stream, when I was doing that, like I was actively, like I'm sure I told you guys, but I had an editor lined up, and I used her for a few episodes of my YouTube stuff that never made it up. I had my logo redesigned like 3 times. I was doing a lot, and while it is kind of like stressful, it was something that I like doing. It was fun, you know what I mean? And when you can kind of like tailor an experience in such a way to like make you perceive something in a specific light, I think that's cool, man. I really like it. And when I think about like what I would do for the weed storefront, like I would go like very modern, and if I could get like coffee in there, I would like get a little like cafe kind of deal going on, you know what I mean? But that's just me, because that's just what I think, you know, like fuck, you get them in there for the weed, they stick around for the coffee, you know what I mean? Like you're doubling up on sales right there. So that's just me thinking, you know what I mean?
I get it. Yes, because those people got deep pockets, and we gotta hit them.
Yeah, bro. When you're buying a gram of weed for $100, bro, we want all the fucking. We're taking you to the bank.
Exactly.
We're taking you to the bank. But this puts me on to my next talk. Like the next thing that I was talking to with my dad about is, so Tulsa, Oklahoma is coming up. Right now, what's happening in that area is they're trying to make it into like the next Silicon Valley. They're trying, okay? Not that it's going to happen, but they're trying. They're trying to attract a lot of startups. They're trying to attract a lot of younger people. They're trying to make it like the place to be. Mm-hmm. And when I like see, because I have family and friends that live out there, and when I see their Instagram posts when they go out to downtown Tulsa and they're doing stuff, it looks legit. It looks like LA. Yeah. Like it looks like they got some shit going on over there. But they just don't have the amount of people and the extreme diversity of LA. You know what I mean? So they're trying to make that area come up. And right now, bro, like it's the perfect time to get in. Like I'm not trying to tell you guys move to Oklahoma today, like do it. But the reality is like, yo, that state has a lot of land for cheap. That state is so. Are you guys familiar with what's going on with Victorville, Hesperia area?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're like they're switching a bunch of like a lot of the dirt roads that they have over there, that they're actually paving them, and they're gonna open up a pretty big mall over there.
Yeah, so Victorville, Hesperia is looking to become the next Ontario. It's looking to become the next Ontario. No, I'm serious. They're trying.
It's gonna take a while because it's all desert.
Of course it will, but what they're doing is that they're trying to renovate the area to attract a lot of first-time buyers, to attract people up the hill, because right now, bro, you guys could buy a house up there for cheap.
Yeah.
Real cheap in Hesperia. And it's not going to last for too much longer. I would say maybe within the next 3 years, you'll see those house prices at the same prices as the ones down there by like Ontario, Upland. No, maybe not Upland, that's expensive. But like Ontario, Fontana, Pomona, like in those areas, you'll see those house prices start to reflect the same thing. That area's coming up. I mean, it's really like ghetto and nasty up there. Sorry guys if you live up there and you listen, like my bad. I'm not a big fan of Hesperia, Victorville, but give it a few more years and you guys will have a nice town. I'm telling you, bro, like when I started thinking about things this way, I get excited. Cuz I know it's a time investment, right? Because it's going to take a while for the fruits of this to pay off. Yeah. But if you get in at the ground floor, if you get in when it's starting, there's a lot of opportunity for you to expand and grow and to grow with that area. So I think it's like really smart, you know what I mean? So I get really excited for the future. Like all I want to do right now that I'm here is like I want to get my money up, save up all that money, get the fuck out of Texas, go to Oklahoma, and become a weed man. Like figure it out and become a weed man, because like I feel like it's just taking, like, you know what I mean, like I'm just, not that I'm wasting time, but that it's like it's time that I could be using now for that, you know. And when I talked to my dad about it, and he's really passionate about it, and he's like, yeah, we were honestly like a few negotiations away from having this thing set in stone. All we were gonna need is a storefront. I was like, oh, don't even get me started, bro. Like, I was ready. I'm telling you, like, I'm so excited for this. So I don't know how else to say it besides I'm excited, and that it's, you know, like when you think about what you want to be doing, you got to think about like, well, how do you want to live your life? You know, this isn't a venture that everyone is going to want to do, but for me, it sounds cool. You know, like, why not? Book it.
Yeah.
I mean,
we wish you the best, bro.
right now, when you were talking about it, I did a quick search for here in El Paso, and there was like top 10, what's it called, dispensaries here in El Paso. And I was like, oh, okay, how convenient. And there's out of the 10, there's only 2 that are like 5 stars. So I'll be checking those out.
You see what I mean? But you know what? The reality is that it's just it's investing your money, and that's what I'm trying to get you guys to take away. Is just invest your money into something that's going to be worth it. Brandon said like being a realtor, and that's something that I've been looking to as well, because that's a hot market right now. Being a land mogul, oof, that's a good market. So I mean, I don't know.
To be honest, it's a good side hustle too. It's a good side hustle. So you could have your main thing going on, and then you could have the real estate as a side hustle.
There you go.
And that's what that girl called you about, right, Juan? That's what that girl was calling you about earlier.
Yeah. And apparently that they'll help me get the license as well.
So, like, did she explain anything, or are you guys gonna get together so she could tell you what's up?
A little coffee, like
a date.
Yeah. Hey, whoa.
What if she tries to get in your pants, bro? What if she wants?
I'll allow it.
What if she wants the Martinez? God damn it! The Martinez.
There was no job.
I just wanted a date with you, you golden goddess. Alright, guys. So, for reference, the reason I keep calling Juan a golden god is apparently he looked so fire at work the other day. Like, all the women were swooning over him, and one of his coworkers was like, Juan, you're so buff and handsome, and you look so, like, amazing, almost like a golden god.
I did, bro, you're actually throwing extra sauce on there, but I enjoy it. Go ahead, bro.
Bros, Juan was telling me she laid it on thicker than a steak, bro. So yeah, so Juan's our golden god now. All the ladies are falling for him right now, bro.
God damn.
Bro, that might help you sell more houses, man. Instead of cougars or
I know,
like lonely bitches. Know. Just saying. I don't know, man.
You're gonna have to be dressed up in a suit and tie, Juan.
Oh yeah, I know. Like I like.
Do not use your high school, the one they use for high school.
Juan. No. Okay. I have like 5 or 6 different suits already. I bought like $700 worth. When like the school was doing like this like half off on gear stuff. So I made like different like combinations that I have now.
Oh, badass!
So I can look all professional and beat me.
God damn it! That's cool, bro. I hope it works. I hope everything pans out, because that would be a cool side hustle. Even if it brings in like $300 extra a week, that'd be tight. You know what I mean?
And plus the experience.
Yeah. And that license is worth something, man. Especially right now, bro. It's a seller's market. Everyone's trying to sling their house. And if you got the money, like, oh, all right, guys. So now we're going to get into housing. So check it out. When my parents put their house for sale in California, it took a total of 3 days for the house to sell. And when they sold, the buyers bought the house for $80,000 at over asking. So normally when you go to buy a house, what you do is you go look at the house, you like it, you say you go put in a bid through your realtor. All right? So let's say for argument's sake, let's say that someone's buying a house for $500,000. Cool, $500,000. My bank has authorized me to make offers on a house that much because they'll pay for it. So what happens is, if you put the bare minimum, then it's up to the owners of the house to be like who they like the most. But everyone knows that in this economy, money talks. So in California, the way it works is some people don't even look at the fucking house. They just look at the floor plan and they say, 500,000? Well, I'll do 50 grand over that 500,000 just to ensure that I get the house. And because the next guy or girl is going to want to at least be in the race, they'll either match or they'll outbid that person. So it gets, I mean, it's not always like 50 grand because that's a little high. Okay, so I set the example bar a little high, but it might be like 510 or 515, and then the next guy comes up and puts like another 5 grand, or the next girl comes up. You know what I mean? So they bid it like on eBay, and so like I said, my parents' house sold in 3 days with 80 grand over asking. So like. It's hot right now. And it's not just in Fontana. It's everywhere in California. It's hot. And if you're a realtor in a state where Californians are moving to, it's even hotter cuz they're buying shit like it's in California. So in Texas, for instance, when you go to buy a house out here, they do the traditional, "Oh, it's $500,000." Okay, actually, you know what? I'll reflect real Texas house prices. So there's a house for sale down the street, $250,000. That's cheap when it comes to housing. Cheap. It's a 4-bedroom. No, it's a 5-bedroom, 3-bath. Cheap. It's cheap. $250K. And what people would normally do, okay, I'll put in a bid. Maybe I'll go like 5 grand. Maybe I go like 10 grand. But it would never exceed more than $20,000 over asking. What Californians are doing is they're coming over to these states. And they're like, all right, well, this house is only $250. That's cool because I have like $400,000. Bro. Yeah, that's cool. I have this much money because I just moved out of California. So I'm gonna bid $300,000 so that everyone out here has like no chance at that, and the house is mine. And even though I paid $50,000 over asking, in the grand scheme of things, that's chump change because I sold, for argument's sake, let's say that they sold their house for $500,000 in California, brought that money to Texas, and bought a house for $300,000. Well, that puts them still plus $200,000, and that's sitting in your bank to do whatever the fuck you want with. So, so it's fire. You know what I mean? Like the housing market's fire, and if you're selling to Californians, you're making more money because you're taking a percentage off of the taxes and the house and everything. So it's like it's a good market to get into. I've been looking into it a lot, and I'm like, dude, this is easy because people already know what they want. They already know what they want. All you do is you take them to the house, they walk around. Yeah, this is cool. No, this isn't cool. Yeah. Oh yeah, we'll put in an offer. And if the offer hits, bro, that's money in your bank for doing honestly like little work, bro.
Yeah.
What do you guys think though? You guys are kind of quiet.
It's not bad at all. I mean, it's a good thing. Like I said, it's a good side hustle, especially if you're looking into making your weed, becoming a weed man. You could use that percentage you get from selling a house. You could put into your company, right, or to start your company. That's not bad. Actually, I'm gonna do that here in Mexico, or in Juarez. There's companies where you invest into, and they do all the work, and you just get a percentage back. You know, depending on the contract that you applied for. But obviously, not a lot of people are gonna have the amount of money to be able to get into those contracts. So it's not a common thing that people do, but it is something that it's done. I think for the first contract, it's roughly like $20,000 to $25,000 to get in, and then after they get a house or property, fix it up and sell it, you get a 20% or 25% of the cut of the profits, basically. And the other two contracts are 50% and 90%. You know, and I think it's every 5 months they give you your percentage back.
Also, so you're just gonna be an investor then, huh? You don't.
Basically,
your hands are clean the whole time. Oh, okay, easy money.
Basically,
and another thing, like with all that money, and say if you were to start a business, and regardless of it, if it does well, or let's say that the worst possible thing happens, and the business is lost, or it just doesn't work out, you could still recoup that money on your taxes, because you'd be saying like you were trying to start a business and you put so and so much. Of course, keep all your receipts for everything that you have, so just in case they try to call you out on your bull.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
No, exactly, yeah.
But you could get that money back.
Well, I just found out yesterday that the state of Texas doesn't have a state tax. So on your tax returns here, you don't file it at the state level. It's all at the federal level. But what they do is that they tax you more on like housing and on cars and on like your bigger expenses. They'll tax you harder on that. But you don't pay anything, like I said, at the state level. So they're not eating so much of your paycheck, and they're not eating so much of your other shit. Which I don't know how I feel about that, but I'll let you guys know once like come tax season, you know what I mean? But I don't know, it's exciting, for me, like, I feel like there's just a whole world of possibility out here, like, I just can't believe how fucking cheap it is. Like, it's stupid cheap. You come out here with a California mentality, dude, it's stupid cheap. I went to the store and bought things. So I bought a shower curtain. I bought the little rings for the shower curtain. I bought a bag of cat food. And I bought a brand new insulated mug that you guys have been watching me drink my coffee out of all episode. And I spent $30. California, that would have been 50. In California, that would have been a $50 expense easy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
easy.
So I'm just like, dang, I can't believe it. Like, it's fucking cheap. But on the flip side, the minimum wage is also extremely cheap. It's $10.
Yeah.
Really?
True. Yeah. Actually, here when I got the email saying that they wanted to interview me, they're gonna start paying me. I guess starting it's $13, and it's a part-time job. But I mean, I'm okay with the part-time job.
Yeah.
At this point. But it's still though, like obviously comparing it to Washington, California, that's pretty low.
True.
But still, over time they'll give you raises and all that stuff. So it's whatever.
It's weird, bro. Like, this is one of those things. I know we talked about this a few episodes ago, but this is one of those things that I wish they would have made a class of in high school about. Like this,
bro. You don't even get me started on this again, bro.
But it's important. You know what I mean? Like, these are things that you need to learn, and it sucks that you have to learn it the hard way by yourself, or go to college and then become a business major and learn it that way. I mean, fuck, man. Just let us learn this at a young age. Get us in a better position to succeed outside of high school, so we're not floundering around. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, but like I said, I feel like there's just so much opportunity. When you get out of California, fuck, dude, I don't want to sound like one of those guys. Man, California's holding you back. Come out here and do it. Like, that's not like my intention. I'm not trying to sound like that. I just want people who are listening to understand that, like, the reality is that, bro, California is fucking you in the butt, and out here it's easy money, bro. Like, I see why people move out here. I see why people live out here. I see why people are like, nah, keep California, keep it. I'll go vacation out there. I'll spend my week out there, and then I'm done with it, and you can have it back. Because, dude, this is like, it's unbelievable the way.
And like for when the times that I go visit California, it's the same thing. That's how I felt. Like, I miss it. Me being from Cali and all that stuff, I miss it a lot. And, I enjoy going to, visit you guys and then going to the beach and all that stuff. It's awesome. But the moment I'm there for, like, a little bit past the week, I'm just like, oh, man, just get me the fuck out of here, man.
God damn it.
But yeah, no, like, that's how it is.
And why do you think that is, Brandon? Like, why do you just, like, I want to get out? Like, what is it that...
Well, it's because it's so fucking packed, dude. It always feels packed. It always feels... what's it called? It always hold on.
I can attest to that. And something that's been like worrying me is just like noticing like the area, because like when I was growing up, there was like nothing around. There was like just patches of dirt like behind my house and shit.
Yeah, I remember that, bro.
And just over a few years now, there's like a whole nother neighborhood back there now.
Yeah, bro.
It just used to be dunes of dirt.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
slowly,
definitely.
like, it's getting way more crowded. If you ever see, like, if I try to leave my house like at 7 or 8, when like the kids are going to school, you're not getting out of here.
Hell no.
No way.
Hell no. I've worked right there before. Fuck no, you ain't
Yeah,
moving shit.
you ain't going nowhere.
But it's so weird.
Yeah, but also
Go for it, Brandon.
it's also very expensive. Sorry, guys.
No,
Yeah.
go
But
for it.
it's very expensive, man. Like even me coming back in, like it pains me to just like when I was passing by through like with my truck, man, I was spending almost $100 to fill that bitch up. You know, and then just like I filled it up 3 times in California because California is so fucking long.
Mhm.
But you know, California has its unique
Allure.
stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I mean, and also since I went through Northern California, now I understand why Southern Californians hate Northern Californians.
God
Or
damn
not
it.
hate. Hate is such a strong word.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say dislike.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not gonna say everybody, but yeah. No, I feel like there's a bunch of snobs up there.
Really?
But I don't know. Maybe it was like the day that I spent up there.
Mhm.
And maybe I should have spent a little bit more time,
Yeah.
not offending no Northern Californians and stuff.
Mhm.
But I don't know, from the whole time that I've lived in California, I've always known that there was a rivalry between Southern and Northern California.
Mhm.
That's very true, honestly. You
And
know
I
what?
don't even know where that comes from.
Yeah, because it's still
I
California.
don't know.
Yeah.
That's the stupidest thing in the world. Oh,
Yeah.
it's better down here. No, it's better up here. It's still California, so it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
God damn it. But you know what? Here's what I want to say. Yo, all right, ready? How much is gas? When was the last time you gassed up?
Probably like 2 weeks ago.
Oh shit. Okay, so you're due.
Yeah.
Brandon, when was the last
Yeah.
time you gassed up?
I gassed up a couple days ago, like 2 days ago.
In California?
No, in California,
Yeah.
it was like almost a month ago.
Oh,
almost
fuck.
like 3 to 4 weeks.
All right. Well, I couldn't even tell you the last time I put gas in California because I think I'm just about due as well. I put in gas maybe like 2 weeks ago. I don't even remember how much I spent, but Juan. Do you know the gas prices in California right now off the top of your hand? Like roughly, it doesn't have to be.
I think it was like at 380 or 390.
Yeah, sounds about right.
So like almost $4.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I hate to be the guy that brings up gas prices, but yo, when we went to go get the stuff from that grocery store, I drove by a Chevron. No, was it Chevron? It was either Chevron or Shell. And you know those are supposed to be like higher quality gas, right? Like the place to go get gas. Yo, they're premium. The highest one that they sold was $2.59.
Oh my god.
It's dummy low. It's dummy low, bro. Like, even if you have a 10-gallon tank, you're spending $30 to fill it. I haven't done that since I had my first Honda Civic.
Actually, when I traded my car in, they gave it to me with half a tank, which is fine. And when I went to go fill it up, I had that truck mentality still,
Oh, so you were like, I'm gonna throw like $80 into this.
Yeah, I was like, whatever, just put it in, and I put the little safety thing or whatever, and then I looked into my car, and next thing I know, it just pops, and the pop, and I was like, what, already? And I look, it's at $20. I was like, no fucking way, dude.
God damn
So
it.
then I pressed it again, and then within like seconds, I barely pressed it, and clack, it clicked again. I was like,